So we're beginning our tour of 100 Years, the Group of Seven and Other Voices, with the work of two early Canadian women painters. First, we have Mary Evelyn Wrinch, who was born in England and immigrated to Canada. She studied art in Toronto, and then she continued her grad studies abroad in England and in France, where she was exposed to Impressionism. And she described this as like being let loose with a box of colored candy. When she returned to Canada, she maintained a studio in Toronto, and she would spend her free time traveling to areas of northern Ontario, such as Muskoka, Algoma, and Lake Superior, where she would apply her impressionistic training to the landscape. And this was several years before the Group of Seven ventured to these same areas and made them famous in their own paintings. And then we have the work of Florence McGillivray. McGillivray also studied in Toronto, and then she went abroad and had the opportunity to attend an academy in Paris that admitted women. And there she learned about post-impressionism, fauvism, and symbolism, and studied with Matisse. When she returned to Canada, she spent some time sketching with and mentoring Tom Thomson in 1916 and 1917. In recent years, it has been speculated by several scholars that it was actually McGillivray who had a really formative influence on Thomson and imparted this knowledge of European modernist styles to him more so than some of his Group of Seven colleagues, such as A.Y. Jackson. In later years, she was approached by two Group of Seven members to start a Canadian Society for Watercolor Painters. As a really adept watercolorist herself, she was enthusiastic about the idea. But when the association officially came together in 1925, she was exempt from charter membership because it was signed into formation at the All-Male Arts and Letters Club in Toronto. So I like to start with these two early women painters because they kind of disrupt our traditional narrative of the Group of Seven. We often understand them as operating in isolation without any sort of outside influence, and as the first to explore these areas of Ontario. But we have examples of women artists who were going to these areas before them and who were influenced by international modernist styles that they then imparted to their Group of Seven colleagues.